Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Monster Manuals. 2 days back to back in a row in the week. What the heck, this is like crazy, but I just want to get a lot of content out there to you guys. I've got one more monster left in the fridge without this one, and then 3 more Mountain Dew Kickstart. So hopefully, I can get through that and I can, get all those figured out and content out to you guys. So March Madness is again today, so I'm going to need a little bit of caffeine today. And I'm playing Siege tonight with the fellas, so maybe you'll get some more content with that. And I'm going to need some caffeine for a decently late night tonight, if I can speak. But without further ado, the monster we will be trying today is Monster Rehab Wild Berry Tea. Now, this is a part of the Rehab flavor or subline. We have tried tea plus lemonade and peach tea. I got this, which is wild berry tea, plus another one from the gas station probably about a week ago. And we're good, it hasn't expired. I don't know why I would think that, but so recover, revive, refresh, or refresh, recover, revive is kind of the talking standpoint of the Monster Rehab line. They're all tea-based, I will say that. They're non-carbonated, but they do have 160 milligrams of caffeine, which is 10 more than most monsters, which is actually quite surprising. Advanced hydration, electrolytes, sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Reduced fatigue, increased concentration, vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, coconut water, and botanicals, which is milk thistle and quercetin, I guess. So, just like a usual Rehab monster, but this is quite an interesting can design. I really like this blue and pink, this kind of contrast of colors, and it definitely makes your eye pop. Compared to the regular orange and the yellow one, it kind of does make your eye pop and kind of like, huh, that looks quite interesting. I'm going to have to try that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the crack and the pour going. I might have to get some help on this one. This up here looks a little weird, so hopefully it's not gonna explode everywhere. I'm gonna need some assistance, so give me a little bit. Alright, here we go, I got it, so let's give it a crack. Okay, I thought it was going to be really messy like yesterday's. Let's give it a little pour. See what the color is. Okay, very interesting. When you see this can design, this pink, you're like, oh, it's going to be pink, it's going to be colorful, but nope. That's what it looks like. It looks like tea. Smells very interesting. Very tea-y. Tea-ish, very earthy smelling. We'll see if I like this. So, here is Monster Rehab Wild Berry Tea. It's not bad at all. So, contradicting my first thoughts, my first impressions, I think this is a very good monster, a Rehab monster. Like always, it's very watered down. None of these flavors have really hit me in the gut and really impressed me. So the kick will be very low on this. Let's try it from the glass. It kind of just tastes like a berry tea. It tastes very similar to peach tea. But not bad at all. it's quite interesting that these have 160 milligrams of caffeine because you would never think so. And they're very pleasant drinks. They're smooth. They go down nice. And overall, there is nothing to complain about with any of these. I did not even know these things existed, so props to Monster once again to making a very good flavor. Tea may settle, shake gently. I kind of forgot to do that. 3% juice, so, you know. But overall, not bad, and I'm not complaining. Very unique, very good can design, not a lot of kick. So, really, first impressions, that's what I really have to say. So let's move on. After this quick tasting, let's move on to the ranking and the review, or the review and the ranking on the tier list. So, without further ado, let's go do that right now.
Alright, here we go. Wild Berry Tea. I have taste at 6 out of 10, branding at 7.5 out of 10, kick at 2 out of 10, and this all rounds out to an overall of 5 out of 10. I think the taste, it's pretty good. It's tea tasting, like all of them, but I think this one may be a little bit better, or it is better than tea plus lemonade, and it's probably at the same level of peach tea. I think branding at 7.5 out of 10. It's very respectable. It's a very respectable can design for how simple it is. I think the colors work very well together. They contrast well, and overall they are just very good, and they caught my eye. Kick at 2 out of 10. Any of these rehabs have 0 kick, and I think this one may have a little bit better because the flavor is a little bit more prevalent, but definitely not a lot. I think the kick at 2 out of 10. This is a tea, not an energy drink. And I think this all rounds out to a 5 out of 10. I think it's slightly better rehab flavor, but it's not quite complete as a Monster. Alright, here we go. On the tier list, I put it at meh. I think most of these rehab monsters deserve to be in meh, and I don't think they deserve to be higher. I think a lot of them could go lower, or, you know, potentially could go lower, but I think with the flavor of this one, I think it deserves to be in meh. I don't think there's a problem with this flavor, and I have no issues with this flavor at all. I think it's very respectable. But like I said, compared to other monsters, Monster Ultras, Juice Monsters in the regular line, I don't think it really plays along with any of them, and that is why it deserves to be in meh. Alright, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Monster Manuals. Hopefully a lot more content coming to you guys a bit sooner. I'm trying to not procrastinate content creation as much, but that's really about it. See you guys. Peace!